Tonight, we'll embark on a gentle journey with Zen Dreams, the Celestial Weave, a soothing collection of stories to guide you into deep, restful sleep, where each tale weaves a path to radiant balance. Picture a cloud forest at dusk, where towering trees draped in silvery moss rise into a sky of soft lavender and gold, their branches heavy with mist that glows like a living veil in the fading light. The air is cool, scented with the damp tang of moss and the faint sweetness of unseen orchids hidden among the leaves, each breath sinking with the forest's gentle rustle, a quiet hum of peace that drifts through the evening calm. A distant waterfall murmurs softly, its sound a tender thread weaving through the mist, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene embrace. Your body rests heavily, as if the forest's mossy earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the tranquil presence of now. Before you settle into a comfortable position, take a moment to support this channel with a like and subscription if it feels right for you. I'd love to know where you're listening from. Share in the comments below, connecting us across this wondrous world. Now, let your body sink into whatever supports you. Take one deep breath with me now, and as you exhale, know that you've begun a journey that will carry you to radiant balance. Imagine a young shepherd named Kira who tends a small flock of sheep on a remote highland plateau, her days filled with the steady rhythm of guiding her flock across grassy slopes. Kira's hands are skilled at weaving wool into blankets, a craft passed down from her ancestors. But her heart carries a quiet unease. She feels torn between the duty to her flock and a deep longing to explore the starry skies above, a dream that pulls her beyond the familiar hills. One dusk, as the mist thickens around her, Kira sits on a mossy stone in the cloud forest that borders her plateau, her family's star map clutched in her hands, its faded constellations a symbol of her unfulfilled aspirations. Her breath quickens with restlessness, her fingers tracing the map's lines as she whispers to the forest, "Why can't I find my balance?" From the mist emerges a Zen monk named Tenzin, his crimson robes blending with the forest's glow, his face serene as the twilight itself. Tenzin carries a staff adorned with a single feather, its tip tapping softly against the moss, his eyes meeting Kira's with a warmth that feels like the sun's last rays. "What stirs your spirit, shepherd of the stars?" Tenzin asks, his voice soft as the waterfall's murmur. Kira hesitates, then replies, "I tend my flock as my duty demands, but I long to explore the skies. I feel so unbalanced." Tenzin gazes at the mist, its swirling dance a quiet presence in the dusk. "Does the mist fight the trees?" he asks. Kira watches the mist flow around the branches, its movement effortless, yet balanced with the forest's form, and feels a flicker of understanding. Tenzin hands her a small moss-covered stone, its surface cool and damp, a piece of the forest's calm to hold as they sit. "Feel your unease," he says, "for in its flow, you'll find your balance." Kira holds the stone, its coolness grounding her, her restlessness softening as the forest's mist wraps around her. They sit together in the dusk, the waterfall's murmur deepening, and Kira's heart begins to steady. like the mist settling into the trees. That night, she dreams of a forest where every cloud glows with equilibrium, waking with a heart ready to journey deeper. The Buddha taught balance arises when you accept the flow of all things. In this acceptance, you find peace. This Zen principle of balance invites you to feel your unease without resistance, allowing harmony to emerge from its flow, like a cloud forest blending mist with trees. Some traditions believe balance requires meditative practice to harmonize the mind, while others see it as a natural state when you embrace life's dualities. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The mists dance like a balanced heart, flows when you accept your unease. It's calm, a guide to radiant balance, like a waterfall murmuring through the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a steady spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's unease mirrors your own when you feel torn between duties and dreams. Perhaps a conflict between responsibility and aspiration, a sense of imbalance in your life, like a shepherd pulled between flock and stars. The cloud forest, its mist weaving effortlessly with the trees, is like balance. It invites you to feel your unease without fighting it, letting harmony arise from its flow, like a branch bending with the breeze, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with equilibrium. Zen teaches that resisting imbalance creates tension, but accepting it brings peace, like a waterfall flowing without force, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a balanced spirit, as if harmony has always been within reach. Tenzin's moss-covered stone, cool and damp, shows that balance begins with acceptance, breathing, feeling your unease, its coolness a spark of calm, like a single mist droplet in the forest. His twilight presence, one with the forest's rhythm, embodies a life of balanced awareness, each moment a flow of harmony, like moss clinging to a tree. The forest's damp air, scented with orchids, mirrors your capacity to find balance, each breath a chance to rest in life's gentle flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative acceptance to harmonize the mind, others, the spontaneous balance of a flowing heart. Both paths lead to the same forest. Balance whispers harmony, like a cloud weaving with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the mist's flow, soft and steady, weaving through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an unease within? Perhaps a pull between duty and dream, a feeling of imbalance? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the mist. What sensations stir? A racing mind, a heavy heart? Let them settle, like moss on a stone. You might reflect on a moment you felt torn, as Kira did. What would it feel like to accept your unease, to find balance like the forest's gentle dance with the mist? No need to answer. Let the question drift like orchids in the air. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the mossy stone in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The forest whispers, balance flows. You are calm. Each breath is a chance to accept, to rest in life's harmonious rhythm. As you exhale, feel your heart steady, ready to carry this equilibrium into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. Section 2. The mist veil of stillness. The cloud forest's misty unease fades, and now you stand at the edge of a mist-veiled forest where ancient trees rise like silent guardians, their gnarled branches draped in thick, silvery fog that swirls gently around their trunks, creating a soft curtain of tranquility in the dim light. The forest floor is carpeted with ferns, their emerald fronds glistening with dew, while a faint breeze carries the mist deeper into the woods, a quiet dance of stillness amidst the shadows. The air is cool, scented with the damp tang of earth and the subtle freshness of wet leaves, each breath slowing to match the forest's serene rhythm, a tender pulse of calm in the misty embrace. A deer steps silently through the fog, its graceful form a fleeting vision of peace, drawing you deeper into this moment's tranquil stillness. Your body rests heavily, as if the forest's mossy ground cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the cloud forest, stands at this mist-veiled edge beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the moss-covered stone from their last meeting still in her satchel, its cool dampness a reminder of the balance she's beginning to feel amidst her unease. The forest's gentle flow has softened her tension between duty and dreams, but a subtle restlessness lingers, a mind that races with thoughts of her flock, her aspirations, and the uncertainty ahead, keeping her from true inner stillness. They step into the forest, the mist wrapping around them, the deer's silent steps, a lesson in the dim light. Kira watches the deer move with unhurried grace, its presence steady despite the swirling fog, and turns to Tenzin. "I've accepted my unease," she says, "but my mind still races with thoughts. How do I find stillness within?" Tenzin pauses by a fern, his crimson robes blending with the mist, his eyes tracing the deer's gentle stride, his face serene as the forest's veiled expanse. "Feel its pace," he says, his voice soft as the breezes whisper. Kira observes the deer, its movements slow and deliberate, gliding through the mist without resistance, a beacon of stillness amidst the forest's quiet shadows. Tenzin shares a story of a hunter named Soma, who once tracked game through a forest. Like this, her heart heavy with a racing mind, thoughts of prey, survival, and fear, keeping her restless, her peace elusive. Soma hunted with agitation until one misty day, she watched a deer like this, its pace teaching her to slow her breath, to let her thoughts drift with the mist, and she found stillness within, her spirit calm for the first time, her hunt a dance of peace. Tenzin plucks a fern frond, its dew glistening on the leaves, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the forest's stillness to hold as they walk. "Let thoughts drift," he says. Kira holds the frond, its coolness grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the deer's tranquil pace, her racing thoughts fading like mist in the light. Tenzin walks beside her, the deer's silent steps a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart quiet, her journey now a path of stillness. That night, she dreams of a forest where every mist sings of calm, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with a peaceful mind. The Buddha taught, "Stillness is the gateway to peace. Let the mind rest in the present moment." This Zen principle of stillness invites you to let thoughts drift without clinging, finding calm in the quiet beneath. like a deer moving through a mist-veiled forest. Some traditions believe stillness requires meditative practice to quiet the mind, while others see it as a natural state when you cease striving. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The deer's pace, like a still heart, brings peace when you let thoughts flow. Its calm, a guide to radiant balance, like a breeze whispering through the trees, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a tranquil spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's racing thoughts mirror your own when your mind churns with endless concerns. Perhaps worries about duties, dreams, or the unknown, like a hunter tracking prey in the mist. The mist-veiled forest, its deer gliding with unhurried grace, is like stillness. It invites you to let thoughts drift, resting in the calm beneath, like a fern swaying with the breeze, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with peace. Zen teaches that clinging to thoughts creates restlessness, but stillness brings harmony, like a deer's silent stride through the fog, allowing you to sleep with a quiet heart and rise with a serene spirit, as if peace has always been within reach. Tenzin's fern frond, cool with dew, shows that stillness begins with releasing, breathing, letting go, its freshness a spark of calm, like a single droplet in the mist. His misty presence, one with the forest's rhythm, embodies a life of inner stillness, each moment a quiet flow, like a tree standing in the fog. The forest's damp air, scented with leaves, mirrors your capacity to find stillness, each breath a chance to rest in the mind's peace. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative stillness to calm the mind, others, the spontaneous peace of a drifting spirit. Both paths lead to the same forest. Stillness whispers balance, like a mist weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the deer's pace, soft and steady, gliding through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a racing thought, perhaps a worry, a restless mind, or a stream of concerns? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the mist. What sensations stir? A tense breath? A heavy heart? Let them drift, like a fern in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment your mind raced, as Kira did. What would it feel like to let thoughts pass, to rest in stillness, like the deer's gentle stride through the fog? No need to answer. Let the question settle, like dew on the leaves. Imagine walking with Tenzin, the fern frond in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The forest whispers, stillness calms, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to release thoughts, to rest in life's quiet flow. As you exhale, feel your heart quiet, ready to carry this peace into your dreams, awakening with serenity tomorrow. The mist-veiled forest's tranquil stillness fades, and now you walk across a vast volcanic plain at dusk, where the ground glows with patches of molten lava seeping through cracked earth, casting an eerie red-orange light against a sky of deep indigo and fading gold. Jagged obsidian rocks rise like silent sentinels, their surfaces reflecting the lava's heat, while wisps of steam rise from the fissures, creating a surreal dance of warmth and shadow across the plain. The air is warm, scented with the sharp tang of sulfur and the faint smokiness of cooling lava. each breath slowing to match the plane's pulsating rhythm, a tender pulse of acceptance in the twilight's embrace. A lizard scurries across a heated rock, its scales glinting in the glow, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene equilibrium. Your body rests heavily, as if the plane's resilient earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the mist-veiled forest, walks across this volcanic plain beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the fern frond from their last meeting still in her satchel, its dewy coolness a reminder of the stillness she's beginning to embrace within her racing mind. The deer's unhurried pace has quieted her restless thoughts, but a subtle conflict lingers, a struggle to accept the dualities of her life, the duty to her flock clashing with her dreams of the stars, keeping her from inner harmony. They traverse the plain, the lava's glow, and the lizard's steady movement, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Kira watches the lizard bask in the lava's heat, unfazed by the plain's harsh beauty, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found stillness in my thoughts," she says, "but I struggle to accept my duty and dreams together. How do I find peace in both?" Tenzin pauses by a fissure, his crimson robes catching the lava's glow, his eyes tracing the lizard's calm presence, his face serene as the plain's fiery expanse. "Feel its heat," he says, his voice soft as the steams whisper. Kira steps closer to the lava, feeling its warmth against her skin, its glow a quiet balance of destruction and creation, a harmony of opposites on the plain's surface. Tenzin shares a story of a traveler named Soma, who once crossed a volcanic plain like this, her heart heavy with conflict. She loved the mountains, but feared the plain's harshness, rejecting the heat for the cold. Her peace torn by duality, Soma journeyed with resistance, until one dusk she watched a lizard like this, its life thriving in the lava's glow, teaching her to accept both the mountain's chill and the plain's fire as part of her path. The lizard's acceptance gave Soma equilibrium, her heart at peace with both for the first time, her journey a dance of harmony. Tenzin picks up a small obsidian shard, its surface cool despite the heat, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the plain's acceptance to hold as they walk. "Embrace both sides," he says. Kira holds the shard, its coolness grounding her breath slowing as she mirrors the lizard's acceptance, her conflict between duty and dreams fading like steam in the twilight. Tenzin walks beside her, the lizard's steady scurry, a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart balance, her journey now a path of acceptance. That night, she dreams of a plain where every glow unites her world, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with harmony. The Buddha taught acceptance of all things, light and dark, brings the mind to peace. This Zen principle of acceptance invites you to embrace life's dualities, duty and dreams, light and shadow, finding harmony in their union, like a volcanic plain balancing fire and stone. Some traditions believe acceptance requires meditative practice to harmonize opposites, while others see it as a natural state when you cease resistance. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The lizard's calm, like an accepting heart, finds peace in duality, It's balance a guide to radiant balance, like steam rising from the earth, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a harmonious spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's conflict mirrors your own when you resist life's dualities, perhaps struggling between responsibility and desire, rejecting parts of your journey, or seeking harmony in one side alone, like a traveler fearing the plane's heat. The volcanic plain, its lava glowing with creation amidst destruction, is like acceptance. It invites you to embrace both sides of your life, finding peace in their union, like a lizard thriving in the fire, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with equilibrium. Zen teaches that resisting duality creates imbalance, but acceptance brings harmony, like an obsidian shard, holding both heat and coolness, allowing you to sleep with a balanced heart and rise with a harmonious spirit, as if both sides have always been whole. Tenzin's obsidian shard, cool yet born of fire, shows that acceptance begins with embracing, breathing, uniting opposites, its surface a spark of balance, like a single glow in the plane's expanse. His twilight presence, one with the plane's rhythm, embodies a life of accepting harmony, each moment a union of light and dark. Like steam curling from the lava, the plane's warm air, scented with sulfur, mirrors your capacity to accept, each breath a chance to rest in life's dual flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative acceptance to harmonize opposites, others the spontaneous balance of an open heart. Both paths lead to the same plane. Acceptance whispers balance, like a lava stream flowing with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the lizard's calm, soft and accepting, gliding through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a conflict within, perhaps a struggle between duty and dream, a rejection of one side? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the lava. What sensations stir? A tense heart? A racing mind? Let them blend like steam in the air. You might reflect on a moment you resisted duality, as Kira did. What would it feel like to accept both sides, to find harmony like the lizard's peace on the volcanic plain? No need to answer. Let the question drift like sulfur in the breeze. Imagine walking with Tenzin, the obsidian shard in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The plain whispers, acceptance unites, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to embrace, to rest in life's harmonious flow. As you exhale, feel your heart steady, ready to carry this acceptance into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The volcanic plain's glowing acceptance fades, and now you walk through a celestial canyon at night, where towering rock walls rise into a sky ablaze with countless stars, their silver light cascading down the canyon's rugged surfaces, illuminating a narrow path that winds through the stone like a ribbon of dreams. The canyon floor is strewn with smooth pebbles that reflect the starlight, creating a shimmering carpet underfoot, while a gentle breeze carries the faint hum of the cosmos through the air, a quiet dance of trust in the night's embrace. The air is cool, scented with the mineral tang of stone and the subtle freshness of night-blooming cacti, each breath slowing to match the canyon's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of faith in the celestial glow. A bat flutters silently overhead, its wings a fleeting shadow against the stars, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene trust. Your body rests heavily, as if the canyon's ancient stones cradle you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met on the volcanic plain, walks this starry canyon beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the obsidian shard from their last meeting still in her satchel, its cool surface a reminder of the acceptance she's beginning to embrace between her duties and dreams. The lizard's calm has harmonized her inner conflict, but a subtle doubt lingers, a fear that trusting her journey, letting go of the familiar flock for the unknown stars, will lead her astray, keeping her from true balance. They traverse the canyon, the starlight guiding their path, the bat's silent flight, a lesson in the night's glow. Kira watches the bat navigate the stars with effortless trust, its wings guided by the unseen, and turns to Tenzin. I've accepted my duty and dreams, she says, but I fear trusting this path will lead me wrong. How do I find faith to follow it? Tenzin pauses by a cluster of glowing pebbles, his crimson robes catching the starlight, his eyes tracing the bat's graceful arc, his face serene as the canyon's celestial expanse. Feel their light, he says, his voice soft as the breezes hum. Kira gazes at the stars, their light a steady guide, despite the canyon's twists, a beacon of trust in the vast night. Tenzin shares a story of a stargazer named Soma, who once wandered a canyon like this, her heart heavy with doubt about her path. She studied the stars, but feared trusting their guidance would lead her into darkness. Her faith dimmed by uncertainty, Soma hesitated with each step, until one night she watched a bat like this, its flight trusting the star's light, teaching her to follow without fear. The bat's faith gave Soma the courage to chart her course, her heart light with trust. For the first time, her journey a dance of celestial guidance. Tenzin picks up a small, starlit pebble, its surface warm from the night's glow, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the canyon's trust to hold as they walk. Trust the stars, he says. Kira holds the pebble, its warmth grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the bat's faithful flight, her doubt fading like shadows in the starlight. Tenzin walks beside her, the bat's silent flutter, a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart open, her journey now a path of trust. That night, she dreams of a canyon where every star guides her home, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with faith. The Buddha taught, faith is the companion of the wise. With trust, one walks the path to peace. This Zen principle of trust encourages you to surrender to life's guidance, following its unseen flow with faith, like a bat navigating by starlight. Some traditions believe trust requires meditative clarity to overcome doubt, while others see it as a natural response to life's mysteries. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The bat's flight, like a trusting heart, moves with faith when you follow the light. Its grace, a guide to radiant balance, like a pebble glowing in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a faithful spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's doubt mirrors your own when you hesitate to trust your path. Perhaps a fear of the unknown, a reluctance to let go of control, or a worry about where life leads. Like a stargazer fearing the dark, the starry canyon, its stars lighting the way, is like trust. It invites you to surrender to life's guidance, following its flow with faith, like a bat soaring through the night, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with ease. Zen teaches that doubt creates resistance, but trust brings harmony, like a pebble reflecting the star's light, allowing you to sleep with a trusting heart and rise with a faithful spirit, as if the path has always been clear. Tenzin's starlit pebble, warm with celestial glow, shows that trust begins with faith, breathing, following the light, its warmth a spark of courage, like a single star in the canyon's expanse. His night-lit presence, one with the canyon's rhythm, embodies a life of trusting surrender, each moment a step guided by faith. Like a bat weaving through the sky, the canyon's cool air, scented with cacti, mirrors your capacity to trust, each breath a chance to rest in life's unseen flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative trust to release doubt, others the spontaneous faith of a guided heart. Both paths lead to the same canyon. Trust whispers balance, like a star lighting with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the bat's flight, soft and trusting, soaring through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a doubt about your path? Perhaps a fear of the unknown, a hesitation to trust? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the canyon. What sensations stir? A racing heart, a tense grip? Let them lift like a pebble in the light. You might reflect on a moment you doubted your journey, as Kira did. What would it feel like to trust the way, to follow like the bat's faithful flight under the stars? No need to answer. Let the question drift like a breeze in the air. Imagine walking with Tenzin, the starlit pebble in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The canyon whispers, trust guides, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to have faith, to rest in life's radiant flow. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this trust into your dreams, awakening with peace. Tomorrow, the starry canyon's trusting glow fades, and now you walk along a lava stream at twilight, where molten rivers of red and orange flow slowly across a blackened volcanic landscape, their heat radiating into the cooling air, casting a fiery reflection against a sky of deep purple and fading amber. Jagged lava rocks line the stream's edges, their surfaces glistening with cooled obsidian, while tendrils of steam rise from the molten flow, creating a surreal dance of light and shadow across the terrain. The air is warm, scented with the sharp tang of sulfur and the faint smokiness of cooling lava, each breath slowing to match the stream's steady pulse, a tender rhythm of clarity in the twilight's embrace. A small gecko darts along the stream's edge, its scales catching the lava's glow, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant insight. Your body rests heavily, as if the volcanic earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the peaceful presence of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the starry canyon, walks along this lava stream beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the starlit pebble from their last meeting still in her satchel, its warm glow a reminder of the trust she's beginning to embrace in her journey. The bat's faithful flight has guided her to trust the path ahead, but a quiet confusion lingers, a lack of clarity about how her shepherd duties and starry dreams can coexist, clouding her understanding of her true path. They follow the stream, the lava's molten flow, and the gecko's swift movement, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Kira watches the gecko navigate the heat with clear intent, its path illuminated by the lava's glow, and turns to Tenzin. "I've learned to trust my journey," she says, "but I'm still unsure how my duties and dreams fit together. How do I find clarity?" Tenzin pauses by the stream's edge, his crimson robes catching the lava's reflection, his eyes tracing the gecko's precise steps, his face serene as the plain's fiery expanse. "See its path," he says, his voice soft as the steam's whisper. Kira observes the gecko, its movements guided by the lava's light. A clear path carved through the heat, a beacon of understanding amidst the volcanic flow. Tenzin shares a story of a miner named Soma, who once worked near a lava stream like this, her heart heavy with confusion about her life. She mined for ore, but longed for the stars, her path unclear between earth and sky, her clarity dimmed by doubt. Soma toiled with uncertainty until one twilight she watched a gecko like this, its path illuminated by the lava, teaching her to see her dual roles, mining to sustain, stargazing to inspire, as part of one clear journey. The gecko's clarity gave Soma peace, her heart light with understanding for the first time, her life a dance of earth and stars. Tenzin picks up a small lava rock, its surface still warm from the stream, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the plain's clarity to hold as they walk. "Light your way," he says. Kira holds the rock, its warmth grounding her breath slowing as she mirrors the gecko's clear intent, her confusion fading like steam in the twilight. Tenzin walks beside her, the geckos dart a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart illuminate, her journey now a path of clarity. That night, she dreams of a stream where every glow reveals her path, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with understanding. The Buddha taught, clarity comes from within. With wisdom, you see the path ahead. This Zen principle of clarity urges you to look inward, finding understanding in the union of life's roles, like a lava stream illuminating a gecko's way. Some traditions believe clarity requires meditative insight to unify the mind, while others see it as a natural light when you align your path. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The gecko's path, like a clear heart, shines when you see your roles as one, its light a guide to radiant balance, like a steam tendril rising in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a wise spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's confusion mirrors your own when you struggle to see your path, perhaps unsure how duties and dreams fit, questioning your direction, or feeling lost between roles. Like a miner torn between earth and sky, the lava stream, its glow guiding the gecko, is like clarity, It invites you to look within, finding understanding in the union of your life's parts, like a rock reflecting the light, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with insight. Zen teaches that confusion clouds your way, but clarity brings harmony, like a gecko moving with intent, allowing you to sleep with a clear heart and rise with a wise spirit, as if your path has always been lit. Tenzin's lava rock, warm with the stream's heat, shows that clarity begins with seeing, breathing, aligning your roles. Its warmth a spark of understanding, like a single glow in the volcanic night. His twilight presence, one with the plane's rhythm, embodies a life of inner wisdom, each moment a light on the path, like a tendril of steam curling upward. The plane's warm air, scented with sulfur, mirrors your capacity to find clarity, each breath a chance to rest in life's illuminated flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative insight to unify the mind, others, the spontaneous clarity of an aligned heart. Both paths lead to the same stream. Clarity whispers, balance, like a lava glow weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the gecko's path, soft and clear, guiding through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a confusion within? Perhaps a question about your path, a struggle to unite roles. Notice it gently, like a ripple in the lava. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a clouded mind? Let them settle, like steam in the air. You might reflect on a moment you felt unsure, as Kira did. What would it feel like to see your way? To find clarity, like the gecko's intent on the lava stream? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like sulfur in the breeze. Imagine walking with Tenzin, the lava rock in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The stream whispers, clarity lights. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to see within, to rest in life's radiant flow. As you exhale, feel your heart illuminate, ready to carry this understanding into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow. The lava stream's illuminating glow fades, and now you walk into a twilight crater where a vast circular depression opens beneath a sky of deep indigo and fading crimson, its inner walls lined with ash and cooled lava that reflect the last light of day in shades of gray and rust. A small pool of still water rests at the crater's center, its surface mirroring the twilight sky, while wisps of steam rise from the warm earth, creating a gentle haze that softens the crater's rugged beauty. The air is warm, scented with the smoky tang of volcanic ash and the faint mineral freshness of the pool, each breath slowing to match the crater's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of compassion in the twilight's embrace. A lone hawk circles above the crater's rim, its cry a soft echo of care, drawing you deeper into this moment's warm connection. Your body rests heavily, as if the crater's ancient earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met by the lava stream, walks into this twilight crater beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the lava rock from their last meeting, still in her satchel, its warm surface a reminder of the clarity she's beginning to embrace in uniting her duties and dreams. The gecko's guided path has illuminated her understanding, but a quiet hardness lingers, a focus on her own journey that blinds her to others' struggles, a lack of compassion that dims her inner harmony. They approach the pool, the steam rising gently, the hawk's presence a silent lesson in the twilight's calm. Kira watches the hawk circle with a watchful eye, its flight a symbol of care over the crater, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found clarity in my path," she says, "but I feel distant from others' struggles. How do I open my heart to compassion?" Tenzin kneels by the pool, his crimson robes catching the twilight's glow, his eyes tracing the hawk's gentle arc, his face serene as the crater's ash-covered expanse. "Feel its watch," he says, his voice soft as the steams whisper. Kira gazes at the hawk, its flight a steady presence, caring for the crater's stillness, a quiet act of compassion over the rugged terrain. Tenzin shares a story of a nomad named Soma who once camped in a crater like this, her heart closed off by self-focus, preoccupied with her own survival, her own dreams, unaware of a fellow traveler's thirst, her compassion dimmed by isolation. Soma traveled alone until one twilight she saw a hawk like this, its circling, teaching her to notice others' needs, offering her water to the traveler. The hawk's care softened Soma's heart, her spirit warm with compassion for the first time, her journey a shared light in the crater's glow. Tenzin dips his hand into the pool, catching a few warm droplets, their shimmer a symbol of care, and hands Kira a small ash-dusted feather, a piece of the crater's compassion to hold as they sit. "See their needs," he says. Kira holds the feather, its softness grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the hawk's watchful care, her hardness fading like steam in the twilight. Tenzin sits beside her, the hawk's cry a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart warm, her journey now a path of compassion. That night, she dreams of a crater where every flight cares for another, waking with a heart ready to embrace the hope. Journey with kindness. The Buddha taught, compassion is the heart's light. In caring for others, you find your own peace. This Zen principle of compassion, karuna, urges you to open your heart to others' struggles, softening your own through connection, like a hawk watching over a crater. Some traditions believe compassion requires meditative practice to cultivate empathy, while others see it as a natural response to shared humanity. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The hawk's flight, like a compassionate heart, warms when you care for others. Its presence, a guide to radiant balance, like steam rising in the dusk, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a kind spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's hardness mirrors your own when you focus solely on your journey, perhaps overlooking others' needs, feeling disconnected, or closing your heart to their struggles. Like a nomad ignoring a thirsty traveler, the twilight crater, its hawk circling with care, is like compassion. It invites you to open your heart, seeing others' needs as part of your own, like a pool reflecting the sky, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with warmth. Zen teaches that isolation dims your peace, but compassion brings connection, like a hawk's cry linking the crater's silence, allowing you to sleep with a kind heart and rise with a caring spirit. as if you've always been part of their story. Tenzin's ash-dusted feather, soft and warm, shows that compassion begins with noticing, breathing, feeling others. Its lightness a spark of care, like a single droplet in the pool. His twilight presence, one with the crater's calm, embodies a life of compassionate awareness, each moment a watch over others, like steam curling from the earth. The crater's warm air, scented with ash, mirrors your capacity to feel compassion, each breath a chance to rest in shared humanity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative empathy to open the heart, others, the spontaneous warmth of a caring spirit. Both paths lead to the same crater. Compassion whispers balance, like a hawk soaring with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the hawk's flight, soft and caring, circling through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a hardness within, perhaps a disconnection, a focus on your own path? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the crater. What sensations stir? A closed heart, a distant thought. Let them soften like steam in the air. You might reflect on a moment you felt detached, as Kira did. What would it feel like to care for others? To feel compassion like the hawk's watchful flight? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like ash in the breeze. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the feather in your hand, its softness grounding you. The crater whispers, compassion warms, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to see their needs, to rest in life's shared light. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this kindness into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The twilight crater's compassionate glow fades, and now you walk into a vast, echoing cavern where towering stalactites hang from a ceiling, lost in shadow, their tips glistening with moisture that drips into a subterranean pool, creating a soft, rhythmic plink that reverberates through the cavern's depths. The walls shimmer with veins of crystal, reflecting the faint light of glowing fungi that line the cavern floor, casting an ethereal blue-green glow across the stone. A quiet sanctuary of wisdom in the stillness. The air is cool, scented with the mineral tang of wet rock and the faint earthiness of the fungi, each breath slowing to match the cavern's deep resonance, a tender pulse of insight in the quiet embrace. A bat flutters near the ceiling, its wings stirring the echoes, drawing you deeper into this moment's profound understanding. Your body rests heavily as if the cavern's ancient stone cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of no. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the twilight crater, walks into this echoing cavern beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the ash-dusted feather from their last meeting still in her satchel, its soft warmth, a reminder of the compassion she's beginning to embrace for others. The hawk's watchful flight has softened her heart to others' struggles, but a quiet uncertainty lingers, a lack of insight into how her own journey, her blend of shepherding and stargazing, fits into a larger purpose, dimming her inner clarity. They step deeper into the cavern, the pool's echoes, and the bat's flight, a silent lesson in the stillness. Kira listens as a droplet strikes the pool, its sound rippling back to her like a whisper of her own thoughts. and turns to Tenzin. "I've opened my heart to others," she says, "but I'm unsure how my journey fits into a greater purpose. How do I find insight?" Tenzin sets his staff against a stalactite, his crimson robes blending with the cavern's glow, his eyes tracing the bat's gentle flight, his face serene as the cavern's crystal expanse. "Hear the echo," he says, his voice soft as the droplets plink. Kira speaks her question into the cavern. "What is my purpose?" And listens as the echo returns, its resonance a mirror of her inner voice, a call to seek wisdom within. Tenzin shares a story of a hermit named Soma, who once lived in a cavern like this, her heart heavy with uncertainty about her life's meaning, searching for purpose in the stars, the winds, the earth above. Soma meditated with doubt until one night she heard a droplet like this, its echo teaching her to look within, her solitude a gift, her care for the cavern's life, her purpose, her spirit clear with insight for the first time, her path a reflection of inner wisdom. Tenzin touches a crystal vein, its glow rippling softly, and hands Kira a small, glowing fungus cap, its blue-green light a symbol of inner light, a piece of the cavern's insight to hold as they sit. "See within," he says. Kira holds the fungus, its coolness grounding her breath slowing as she mirrors the echo's return, her uncertainty fading like shadows in the cavern's glow. Tenzin sits beside her, the bats flutter a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart deepen, her journey now a path of insight. That night, she dreams of a cavern where every echo reveals her purpose, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with understanding. The Buddha taught, wisdom arises from within. With insight, you illuminate your path. This Zen principle of insight urges you to look inward, finding understanding in your own journey's purpose, like an echo revealing truth in a cavern's depths. Some traditions believe insight requires meditative reflection to uncover wisdom, while others see it as a natural light when you pause to listen. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The cavern's echo, like inner insight, shines when you see within, its resonance a guide to radiant balance, like a crystal glowing in the dark, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a wise spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's uncertainty mirrors your own when you question your purpose, perhaps wondering how your roles fit together, seeking a greater meaning, or feeling lost in your path, like a hermit searching the stars for answers. The echoing cavern, its crystals reflecting the fungi's light, is like insight. It invites you to look within, finding understanding in your own journey, like a droplet revealing its echo, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with clarity. Zen teaches that seeking external purpose creates confusion, but insight brings harmony, like a bat navigating the dark, allowing you to sleep with a clear heart and rise with a wise spirit, as if your path has always been within. Tenzin's glowing fungus, cool with inner light, shows that insight begins with reflection, breathing, turning inward, its glow a spark of wisdom, like a single plink in the cavern's silence. His shadowy presence, one with the cavern's calm, embodies a life of inner understanding, each moment a light of purpose, like a stalactite dripping with time. The cavern's mineral air, scented with earth, mirrors your capacity to find insight, each breath a chance to rest in your own truth. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative insight to uncover wisdom, others, the spontaneous clarity of a listening heart. Both paths lead to the same cavern. Insight whispers balance, like an echo resonating with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the cavern's echo, soft and resonant, rippling through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an uncertainty about your purpose? Perhaps a question about your path, a lack of clarity? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the wall. What sensations stir? A restless mind? A heavy heart? Let them settle, like a droplet in the pool. You might reflect on a moment you sought answers outside, as Kira did. What would it feel like to look within, to find insight like the cavern's gentle resonance? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a ripple in the air. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the fungus cap in your hand, its glow grounding you. The cavern whispers, insight shines. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to see within, to rest in your inner wisdom. As you exhale, feel your heart deepen, ready to carry this clarity into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The echoing cavern's insightful glow fades, and now you walk along a misty ridge at dawn, where a narrow trail winds through a sea of rolling fog, its tendrils curling around gnarled shrubs and weathered stones that jut from the earth like silent guardians under a sky of soft pinks and grays. The ridge stretches into the distance, its path obscured by the mist, promising a slow revelation as the light filters through, a quiet dance of waiting in the morning stillness. The air is cool, scented with the damp tang of fog and the faint earthiness of moss clinging to the rocks, each breath slowing to match the ridge's patient rhythm, a tender pulse of grace in the dawn's embrace. A mountain finch perches on a stone, its delicate song a soft thread through the mist, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene endurance. Your body rests heavily, as if the ridge's ancient earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the echoing cavern, walks this misty ridge beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the glowing fungus cap from their last meeting still in her satchel, its blue-green light a reminder of the insight she's beginning to embrace into her purpose. The cavern's echoes have illuminated her understanding of her dual roles, but a quiet impatience lingers, a desire to rush toward her dreams, to see the path clear immediately, keeping her from the calm needed to sustain her journey. They ascend the ridge, the mist swirling around them, the finch's patient song a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Kira watches the finch perch steadily, waiting for the mist to lift without haste, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found insight into my purpose," she says, "but I want to rush toward my dreams. How do I find patience to wait?" Tenzin pauses by a gnarled shrub, his crimson robes blending with the fog, his eyes tracing the finch's calm presence, his face serene as the ridge's misty expanse. "Feel its weight," he says, his voice soft as the finch's song. Kira listens to the finch, its song a quiet endurance, waiting for the mist to part with grace, a symbol of patience amidst the ridge's veiled uncertainty. Tenzin shares a story of a climber named Soma who once scaled a ridge like this, her heart heavy with impatience to reach the summit. Pushing through the fog, fearing delay would cost her the view, her peace strained by haste. Soma climbed with tension until one dawn she watched a finch like this, its song teaching her to wait for the mist to lift, to trust the journey's pace, and she reached the peak with a calm heart, her spirit light with patience for the first time, her ascent a flow of grace. Tenzin plucks a small moss-covered twig from the shrub, its texture damp and resilient, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the ridge's patience to hold as they walk. Wait with the mist, he says. Kira holds the twig, its coolness grounding her breath slowing as she mirrors the finch's patient wait, her impatience fading like fog in the dawn. Tenzin walks beside her, the finch's song a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart settle, her journey now a path of patience. That night, she dreams of a ridge where every mist lifts with peace, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with grace. The Buddha taught, patience is the virtue of the wise. With it, one finds peace in the waiting. This Zen principle of patience, kshanti, urges you to wait with grace, trusting life's timing, like a finch singing through the mist with steady calm. Some traditions believe patience requires meditative practice to calm the mind, while others see it as a natural trust in life's rhythm. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The finch's wait, like a patient heart, brings peace when you trust the pace. Its stillness, a guide to radiant balance, like a mist parting in the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a serene spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's impatience mirrors your own when you rush toward your goals, perhaps hurrying to see results, fearing delays, or pushing against life's timing, like a climber racing the fog. The misty ridge, its finch waiting with grace, is like kshanti. It invites you to wait with patience, trusting the journey's pace, like a shrub standing through the mist, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with calm. Zen teaches that impatience stirs unrest, but patience brings harmony, like a finch's song softening the air, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a patient spirit, as if the wait has always held peace. Tenzin's moss-covered twig, damp and resilient, shows that patience begins with trust, breathing, waiting with grace, its coolness a spark of calm, like a single note in the mist. His misty presence, one with the ridge's rhythm, embodies a life of patient endurance, each moment a wait with faith, like a stone enduring the fog. The ridge's cool air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to be patient, each breath a chance to rest in life's steady flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative patience to release haste, others the spontaneous trust in life's unfolding. Both paths lead to the same ridge. Patience whispers balance, like a mist lifting with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the finch's song, soft and patient, rising through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an impatience within, Perhaps a rush to arrive, a frustration with waiting. Notice it gently, like a ripple in the mist. What sensations stir? A racing pulse, a tense grip. Let them settle, like a shrub in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt hurried, as Kira did. What would it feel like to wait with grace, to trust the pace like the finch's steady song? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like fog in the air. Imagine walking with Tenzin, the twig in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The ridge whispers, patience waits. You are balanced. Each breath is a chance to trust the timing, to rest in life's gentle flow. As you exhale, feel your heart ease, ready to carry this patience into your dreams. Awakening with peace tomorrow. The misty ridge's patient stillness fades, and now you stand beneath an aurora sky at midnight, where the heavens shimmer with waves of green and violet light, their ethereal glow cascading across a vast plain, illuminating the silhouettes of distant hills in a dance of celestial beauty. The ground beneath is carpeted with frost-kissed grass, each blade reflecting the aurora's colors, while a gentle breeze carries the faint hum of the night's energy, a quiet symphony of possibility under the starry expanse. The air is cool, scented with the crisp tang of frost and the subtle freshness of the open sky, each breath slowing to match the aurora's pulsing rhythm, a tender pulse of hope. In the midnight's embrace, a shooting star streaks across the sky, its fleeting brilliance, a spark of dreams, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant optimism. Your body rests heavily, as if the plane's open earth cradles you. Each exhale a softening into the peaceful presence of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met on the misty ridge, stands beneath this aurora sky beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the moss-covered twig from their last meeting still in her satchel, its damp resilience a reminder of the patience she's beginning to embrace. The finch's steady weight has calmed her rush toward her dreams, but a quiet doubt lingers, a fear that her aspirations to explore the stars might never come to fruition, dimming her hope for the future. They gaze at the aurora, its vibrant waves a silent lesson in the midnight's light. Kira watches the shooting star trace its arc, its light a fleeting promise of possibility, and turns to Tenzin. I've learned patience to wait for my path, she says, but I doubt my dreams will come true. How do I find hope to keep aspiring? Tenzin sits on the frost-kissed grass, his crimson robes catching the aurora's glow, his eyes tracing the shooting star's path, his face serene as the plane's luminous expanse. Feel their dance, he says, his voice soft as the breezes hum. Kira closes her eyes, feeling the aurora's light on her face, its waves a quiet promise of endless possibilities, the sky's vastness a canvas for her dreams. Tenzin shares a story of a dreamer named Soma, who once lay beneath an aurora like this, her heart heavy with doubt about her dreams. She longed to compose music, but feared her songs would never reach others, her hope dimmed by uncertainty. Soma dreamed with hesitation, until one midnight, she saw a shooting star like this, its light teaching her to trust in the possibility of her music, to hope without fear. The star's brilliance gave Soma courage to sing, her heart light with aspiration for the first time. Her melody's a reflection of the aurora's glow. Tenzin plucks a blade of frost-kissed grass, its tip shimmering with the aurora's colors, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the sky's hope to hold as they sit. "Hope with the stars," he says. Kira holds the grass, its coolness grounding her breath softening as she mirrors the aurora's hopeful waves, her doubt fading like shadows in the light. Tenzin sits beside her, the shooting stars streak, a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart rise, her journey now a path of hope. That night, she dreams of a sky where every star fuels her dreams, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with optimism. The Buddha taught, hope is the light that guides through darkness. With it, you plant the seeds of peace. This Zen principle of hope encourages you to trust in life's possibilities, even amidst doubt, like an aurora lighting the night sky with potential. Some traditions believe hope requires meditative faith to nurture the heart, while others see it as a natural response to life's wonders. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The aurora's dance, like a hopeful heart, shines when you trust in possibilities, its light a guide to radiant balance, like a shooting star streaking through the dark, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with an uplifted spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's doubt mirrors your own when you question your dreams. Perhaps a fear they'll never come true, a hesitation to hope, or a dimness in your aspirations. Like a dreamer fearing her music won't be heard, the aurora sky, its waves glowing with possibility, is like hope. It invites you to trust in your dreams, holding faith for their unfolding, like a star lighting your path, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with optimism. Zen teaches that doubt stifles your spirit, but hope brings harmony, like a blade of grass reflecting the aurora's light, allowing you to sleep with a hopeful heart and rise with an uplifted spirit, as if your dreams have always been within reach. Tenzin's frost-kissed grass, shimmering with celestial colors, shows that hope begins with faith, breathing, trusting in possibility, its coolness a spark of optimism, like a single streak in the night sky. His aurora-lit presence, one with the plane's rhythm, embodies a life of hopeful dreaming, each moment a light of potential, like a breeze carrying a dream. The plane's cool air, scented with frost, mirrors your capacity to hope, each breath a chance to rest in life's radiant flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative faith to cultivate hope, others the spontaneous joy of trusting life's wonders. Both paths lead to the same sky. Hope whispers balance, like an aurora weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the shooting star's arc, soft and hopeful, streaking through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a doubt about your dreams? Perhaps a fear they'll fail, a reluctance to hope? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the sky. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a dim thought? Let them lift, like a hum in the grass. You might reflect on a moment you doubted your aspirations, as Kira did. What would it feel like to trust in possibility, to hope like the aurora's radiant waves. No need to answer. Let the question drift, like frost in the air. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the grass blade in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The sky whispers, hope shines, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to dream with faith, to rest in life's luminous flow. As you exhale, feel your heart rise, ready to carry this hope into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The aurora sky's hopeful shimmer fades, and now you walk through a crystal grove at dusk, where translucent crystals of varying hues, pale blues, soft pinks, and shimmering whites, rise from the ground like natural sculptures, their facets reflecting the last light of day in a kaleidoscope of gentle glows. The grove is nestled in a shallow valley, its floor carpeted with velvety moss that cushions your steps, while a faint breeze carries the soft chime of the crystals vibrating together, creating a harmonious resonance in the twilight air. The air is cool, scented with the clean tang of mineral crystals and the subtle freshness of moss, each breath slowing to match the grove's unified rhythm, a tender pulse of connection in the dusk's embrace. A small fox pauses among the crystals, its fur catching their light, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant oneness. Your body rests heavily, as if the grove's crystalline earth cradles you, each exhale softening into the peaceful presence of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met beneath the aurora sky, walks through this crystal grove beside the Zen monk. Tenzin, the frost-kissed grass blade, from their last meeting still in her satchel, its shimmering colors a reminder of the hope she's beginning to embrace in her dreams. The shooting star's fleeting light has lifted her doubt, fueling her aspiration to explore the stars. But a quiet sense of isolation lingers, a feeling that her journey sets her apart, that her dreams disconnect her from the world around her. They enter the grove, the crystal's harmonious chime, and the fox's gentle presence, a silent lesson in the dusk's calm. Kira watches the fox move among the crystals, its reflection in their facets linking it to the grove's unity, and turns to Tenzin. I've found hope to pursue my dreams, she says, but I feel alone in my journey. How am I part of the whole? Tenzin pauses by a tall crystal, his crimson robes catching its glow, his eyes tracing the fox's mirrored path, his face serene as the grove's luminous expanse. Hear their song, he says, his voice soft as the crystals chime. Kira listens to the crystals, their vibrations blending into a single resonant hum, each facet reflecting the others, a web of connection where no crystal stands alone, their unity a living light in the dusk. Tenzin shares a story of a gatherer named Soma who once wandered a grove like this, her heart heavy with isolation. She collected crystals, but felt her work was hers alone, her connection to others dimmed by solitude. Soma gathered in silence until one dusk she saw a fox like this, its reflection in the crystals showing her that her gatherings lit the village lamps, linking her to all life. The fox's unity taught Soma her place in the whole, her heart light with interconnection. For the first time, her journey a thread in the grove's song. Tenzin touches a crystal, its chime rippling softly, and hands Kira a small translucent crystal shard. its edges catching the light. A piece of the grove's unity to hold as they sit. You are woven in, he says. Kira holds the shard, its coolness grounding her, her breath softening as she feels her journey reflected in the grove's web, her isolation fading like shadows in the crystal glow. Tenzin sits beside her, the fox's quiet step, a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart expand, her journey now a path of unity. That night, she dreams of a grove where every crystal sings of connection, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey as part of the whole. The Buddha taught, all beings are linked in the web of life. In unity, there is no separation, only peace. This Zen principle of interconnectedness, pratitya samutpada, reveals that your journey is woven into a greater whole, each moment a thread in the tapestry of existence, like crystals chiming in harmony. Some traditions believe unity requires meditative insight to see this connection, while others see it as a lived truth in shared moments. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The crystal grove's resonance, like your life, weaves you into a greater whole. Its unity, a guide to radiant balance, like a fox moving through the light, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a connected spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's isolation mirrors your own when you feel separate in your journey. Perhaps a sense that your path is solitary, a longing to belong, or a disconnect from others. Like a gatherer working alone in the grove. The crystal grove, its facets reflecting a unified hum, is like interconnectedness. It invites you to see your journey as part of a greater whole, each step a thread in life's tapestry, like a crystal catching the light, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with unity. Zen teaches that isolation creates loneliness, but unity brings harmony, like a fox's reflection linking the crystals, allowing you to sleep with a connected heart and rise with a unified spirit, as if you've always been part of the web. Tenzin's crystal shard, translucent and glowing, shows that unity begins with seeing, breathing, feeling your place in the whole. Its light a spark of connection, like a single chime in the grove's song. His dusk-lit presence, one with the grove's rhythm, embodies a life of interconnected awareness. Each moment a reflection in the whole, like a mossy carpet underfoot. The grove's cool air, scented with minerals, mirrors your capacity to feel unity, each breath a chance to rest in life's shared flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to see interdependence, others, the spontaneous joy of a connected heart. Both paths lead to the same grove. Unity whispers balance, like a crystal resonating with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the crystal's chime, soft and linked, resonating through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a feeling of isolation, perhaps a longing to belong, a sense of being apart? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the grove. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a distant heart. Let them blend like light in the facets. You might reflect on a moment you felt alone, as Kira did. What would it feel like to see yourself as part of the whole, like a crystal in the grove's united song? No need to answer. Let the question drift like a breeze in the air. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the crystal shard in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The grove whispers, "You are connected. You are balanced." Each breath is a chance to feel unity, to rest in life's harmonious web. As you exhale, feel your heart expand, ready to carry this connection into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The crystal grove's unified resonance fades, and now you stand on a high plateau under a midnight sky where a meteor showers streaks across the heavens, their fiery trails of white and gold cutting through the darkness, illuminating the rugged terrain below with fleeting bursts of light. The plateau is dotted with low shrubs and scattered rocks, their surfaces catching the meteor's glow, while a gentle wind carries the faint crackle of the cosmic display, a quiet symphony of purpose in the night's embrace. The air is cool, scented with the dry tang of earth and the subtle freshness of the open sky, each breath slowing to match the meteor's rhythmic descent, a tender pulse of intention in the celestial glow. A nightjar calls from a nearby shrub, its soft note blending with the meteor's trails, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant focus. Your body rests heavily, as if the plateau's open earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the peaceful presence of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the crystal grove, stands on this plateau beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the translucent crystal shard from their last meeting still in her satchel, its glowing edges a reminder of the unity she's beginning to feel with the world. The fox's reflected dance has woven her journey into a greater whole, but a quiet uncertainty lingers, a question about how her actions, her pursuit of dreams, shape this unity, whether her steps carry meaningful intent. They watch the meteor shower, the meteor's purposeful streaks, a silent lesson in the midnight's light. Kira observes a meteor blaze across the sky, its path a deliberate arc of light, and turns to Tenzin. "I feel connected to the whole," she says, "but I'm unsure how my actions matter. How do I act with intention?" Tenzin sits on a rock, his crimson robes catching the meteor's glow, his eyes tracing the fiery trails, his face serene as the plateau's luminous expanse. "See their arc," he says, his voice soft as the nightjar's call. Kira watches the meteors, their paths deliberate yet fleeting, each streak a focused act of light in the vast sky, a symbol of intentional movement. Tenzin shares a story of a stargazer named Soma, who once observed a plateau like this, her heart heavy with doubt about her work. She tracked the stars, but feared her observations lacked purpose, her intent dimmed by uncertainty. Soma gazed with hesitation, until one midnight she saw a meteor shower like this, its trails teaching her that each observation, each note, shaped her understanding, her purpose a ripple in the cosmos. The meteor's intent gave Soma clarity, her heart light with focus for the first time, her life a dance of purposeful light. Tenzin picks up a small, meteor-dusted pebble, its surface warm from the sky's touch, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the plateau's intention to hold as they sit. "Shape with purpose," he says. Kira holds the pebble, its warmth grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the meteor's deliberate arcs, her uncertainty fading like shadows in the meteor light. Tenzin sits beside her, the nightjar's call a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart align. Her journey now, a path of intention. That night, she dreams of a sky where every meteor guides her purpose, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with meaningful action. The Buddha taught, right intention leads to right action. With purpose, you walk the path to peace. This Zen principle of mindful intention, sankappa, urges you to act with awareness, knowing each choice shapes the greater whole, like a meteor lighting its arc across the sky. Some traditions believe intention requires meditative focus to align actions, while others see it as a natural clarity in each moment's choice. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The meteor's trail, like a purposeful heart, shines when you act with intent. Its focus, a guide to radiant balance, like a nightjar's call in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a centered spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's uncertainty mirrors your own when you question your actions' impact, perhaps doubting if your efforts matter, wondering about your purpose, or feeling lost in your choices. Like a stargazer unsure of her notes, the meteor shower, its streaks carving purposeful paths, is like mindful intention. It invites you to act with awareness, knowing each step weaves into life's tapestry, like a meteor lighting the plateau, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with purpose. Zen teaches that aimless actions create chaos, but intention brings harmony, like a pebble warmed by the sky's touch, allowing you to sleep with a steady heart and rise with a focused spirit, as if your actions have always held meaning. Tenzin's meteor-dusted pebble, warm with celestial energy, shows that intention begins with focus, breathing, acting with care, its warmth a spark of purpose, like a single trail in the meteor's dance. His midnight presence, one with the plateau's rhythm, embodies a life of mindful action, each moment a light of intent, like a shrub standing under the stars. The plateau's cool air, scented with earth, mirrors your capacity to act with purpose. Each breath, a chance to shape your path with clarity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative mindfulness to align actions. Others, the spontaneous focus of a purposeful heart. Both paths lead to the same plateau. Intention whispers balance, like a meteor weaving with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the meteor's arc, steady and purposeful, streaking through this moment's quiet. Can you sense an uncertainty about your actions? Perhaps a doubt about their impact? A question of purpose? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the plateau. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a clouded mind? Let them settle. Like a rock in the light, you might reflect on an action you question, as Kira did. What would it feel like to act with intent, to shape your path like a meteor's deliberate trail? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like dust in the air. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the pebble in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The plateau whispers, intention guides, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to act with focus, to rest in life's purposeful flow. As you exhale, feel your heart align, ready to carry this purpose into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The meteor shower's purposeful trails fade, and now you walk toward a volcanic spring at dusk, where a natural pool of steaming water emerges from the blackened earth, its surface rippling with heat in hues of turquoise and gold, reflecting a sky of deep indigo and fading crimson. Surrounding the spring, volcanic rocks glow faintly with residual warmth, their surfaces streaked with mineral deposits, while delicate ferns thrive at the water's edge, a quiet dance of balance between fire and life. The air is warm, scented with the earthy tang of sulfur and the subtle freshness of the ferns, each breath slowing to match the spring's gentle pulse, a tender rhythm of harmony in the twilight's embrace. A small frog leaps into the water, its splash a soft note of coexistence, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene equilibrium. Your body rests heavily, as if the spring's nurturing earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met under the meteor shower, walks toward this volcanic spring beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the meteor-dusted pebble from their last meeting still in her satchel, its warm touch a reminder of the intention she's beginning to embrace in her actions. The meteor's deliberate arcs have aligned her steps with purpose, but a subtle tension lingers, a struggle to harmonize her shepherd duties with her starry dreams, a fear that one must overshadow the other, disrupting her inner balance. They approach the spring, the ferns and frogs' presence a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Kira watches the frog leap with ease, thriving where fire meets water, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found intention in my actions," she says, "but I struggle to balance my duties and dreams. How do I find harmony between them?" Tenzin kneels by the spring, his crimson robes catching the water's glow, his eyes tracing the frog's graceful leap, his face serene as the spring's turquoise expanse. "Feel its blend," he says, his voice soft as the splashes echo. Kira dips her hand into the warm water, feeling its heat merge with the cool air. The spring, a perfect harmony of opposites, fire and life, duty and dream, flowing together in balance. Tenzin shares a story of a healer named Soma, who once tended a spring like this, her heart torn between healing the sick and seeking her own solitude, her days a conflict between service and self. Soma worked with tension until one dusk she watched a frog like this, its life thriving in the spring's blend, teaching her to harmonize, caring for others by day, resting in solitude by night, her peace restored. The frog's harmony gave Soma equilibrium, her heart light with balance for the first time, her life a dance of duty and dream. Tenzin plucks a small fern leaf, its green vibrant against the warm stones, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the spring's harmony to hold. As they sit, "Unite both sides," he says. Kira holds the leaf, its freshness grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the spring's balanced flow, her tension between duties and dreams fading like steam in the twilight. Tenzin sits beside her, the frog's splash a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart center, her journey now a path of harmony. That night, she dreams of a spring where every ripple blends her world, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with equilibrium. The Buddha taught harmony arises when you embrace all aspects of life. In this union, you find peace. This Zen principle of harmony encourages you to blend life's opposites, duty and dream, effort and rest, finding balance in their union, like a volcanic spring merging fire and water. Some traditions believe harmony requires meditative practice to align the heart, while others see it as a natural rhythm when you accept all parts. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The springs blend like a harmonious heart, finds peace when you unite opposites. Its equilibrium, a guide to radiant balance, like a frog leaping in the glow, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a centered spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's tension mirrors your own when you struggle to balance life's demands. Perhaps a conflict between work and passion, responsibility and rest, or duty and desire. Like a healer torn between service and solitude, the volcanic spring, its water flowing with warmth amidst fire, is like harmony. It invites you to blend life's opposites, finding peace in their union, like a fern thriving by the heat, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with balance. Zen teaches that resisting duality creates discord, but harmony brings peace, like a frog's leap, uniting land and water, allowing you to sleep with a centered heart and rise with a harmonious spirit, as if both sides have always coexisted. Tenzin's fern leaf, vibrant with life, shows that harmony begins with blending, breathing, uniting all parts. Its green, a spark of equilibrium, like a single ripple in the spring's flow. His twilight presence, one with the spring's rhythm, embodies a life of balanced awareness, each moment a union of opposites, like steam rising from the stones. The spring's warm air, scented with ferns, mirrors your capacity to find harmony, each breath a chance to rest in life's balanced flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative harmony to align opposites, others the spontaneous balance of an accepting heart. Both paths lead to the same spring. Harmony whispers balance, like a warm pool glowing with timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the frog's leap, soft and harmonious. Blending through this moment's quiet, can you sense a tension between demands? Perhaps a pull between duty and dream, effort and rest? Notice it gently, like a ripple in the spring. What sensations stir? A racing mind, a heavy heart? Let them merge like steam in the air. You might reflect on a moment you felt unbalanced, as Kira did. What would it feel like to unite both sides? To find harmony like the spring's gentle flow? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like sulfur in the breeze. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the fern leaf in your hand, its freshness grounding you. The spring whispers, harmony blends, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to unite, to rest in life's radiant flow. As you exhale, feel your heart center, ready to carry this harmony into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The volcanic spring's harmonious flow fades, and now you walk toward a cloud bridge at dawn, where a narrow span of mist-woven vapor stretches between two towering peaks, its ethereal form glowing with the first light of a sky painted in soft peach and lavender hues. The bridge shimmers with dewdrops that catch the sunrise, suspended above a deep valley where a river roars far below, its misty tendrils blending with the bridge's delicate structure. A quiet dance of liberation in the morning stillness. The air is cool, scented with the crisp tang of mist and the faint freshness of alpine air, each breath slowing to match the bridge's fleeting rhythm, a tender pulse of freedom in the dawn's embrace. A butterfly flutters across the bridge, its wings a fragile yet fearless dance, drawing you deeper into this moment's serene release. Your body rests heavily, as if the bridge's airy earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met at the volcanic spring, walks toward this cloud bridge beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the fern leaf from their last meeting still in her satchel, its vibrant green, a reminder of the harmony she's beginning to embrace between her duties and dreams. The frog's balanced leap has united her responsibilities with her aspirations, but a quiet fear lingers, a lingering attachment to the safety of her flock, a fear of letting go to pursue her starry dreams, holding her back from true freedom. They approach the bridge, the butterfly's fearless flight a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Kira watches the butterfly cross the misty span, its delicate wings unburdened by the height, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found harmony between duty and dream," she says, "but I fear leaving my flock behind. How do I find freedom to let go?" Tenzin steps onto the bridge, his crimson robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the butterfly's graceful flight, his face serene as the bridge's ethereal expanse. "Feel its wings," he says, his voice soft as the mists whisper. Kira watches the butterfly, its movement free and light, crossing the bridge without clinging to the safety below, a dance of liberation in the misty dawn. Tenzin shares a story of a wanderer named Soma, who once stood before a cloud bridge like this, her heart heavy with attachment to her village. She longed to explore new lands, but feared abandoning her home, her freedom dimmed by duty. Soma hesitated at the bridge's edge, until one dawn she saw a butterfly like this, its flight teaching her to release her fear, to step into the unknown with freedom. The butterfly's liberation gave Soma courage to cross, her heart light with independence for the first time, her journey a path of freedom beyond the valley. Tenzin plucks a dewdrop-laden thread of mist, its coolness shimmering in his hand, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the bridge's freedom to hold as they cross. "Let go with the wind," he says. Kira holds the mist thread, its coolness grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the butterfly's fearless flight, her fear of leaving her flock fading like mist in the sunrise. Tenzin walks beside her, the butterfly's flutter a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart lighten, her journey now a path of freedom. That night, she dreams of a bridge where every step sets her free, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with independence. The Buddha taught freedom comes from releasing attachment. In letting go, you find true peace. This Zen principle of non-attachment invites you to release the fear of leaving behind what binds you, finding liberation in your own path, like a butterfly crossing a cloud bridge with fearless grace. Some traditions believe freedom requires meditative practice to dissolve clinging, while others see it as a natural state when you let go of fear. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The butterfly's flight, like a liberated heart, soars when you release attachment. Its freedom, a guide to radiant balance, like a dewdrop shimmering in the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a free spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's fear mirrors your own when you cling to safety, perhaps a reluctance to leave familiar duties, a fear of change, or an attachment holding you back. Like a wanderer hesitating at the bridge's edge, the cloud bridge, its butterfly dancing with ease, is like non-attachment. It invites you to let go of fear, finding freedom in your own path like a mist thread floating in the wind, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with independence. Zen teaches that attachment creates bondage, but freedom brings harmony, like a butterfly's wings unburdened by height, allowing you to sleep with a light heart and rise with a liberated spirit, as if your path has always been yours to choose. Tenzin's mist thread, cool with dewdrops, shows that freedom begins with release, breathing, letting go of fear. Its shimmer, a spark of liberation, like a single step on the bridge. His dawn-lit presence, one with the bridge's rhythm, embodies a life of liberated trust, each moment of fearless stride, like a peak piercing the clouds. The bridge's cool air, scented with alpine freshness, mirrors your capacity to find freedom, each breath a chance to rest in your own path. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative release to end attachment. Others, the spontaneous freedom of a trusting heart. Both paths lead to the same bridge. Freedom whispers balance, like a butterfly dancing with a timeless peace. As you rest here, let your breath be the butterfly's flight, soft and free, soaring through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of letting go? Perhaps an attachment to safety, a reluctance to change? Notice it gently, like a mist on the bridge. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a tense grip? Let them lift like a dewdrop in the wind. You might reflect on a moment you felt bound, as Kira did. What would it feel like to release your fear, to find freedom like the butterfly's graceful crossing? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like freshness in the air. Imagine walking with Tenzin, the mist thread in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The bridge whispers, freedom lifts, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to let go, to rest in life's liberating flow. As you exhale, feel your heart lighten, ready to carry this independence into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The cloud bridge's liberating mist fades, and now you walk through a rocky desert at dusk, where a vast expanse of sand stretches beneath a sky of deep crimson and fading violet, its surface broken by a fractured rock formation that rises like a jagged monument, its cracks filled with glowing quartz that catches the last light of day. The rock's edges are weathered and uneven, yet its interior glows with an inner beauty, a quiet testament to strength in imperfection amidst the desert's stillness. The air is warm, scented with the dry tang of sand and the faint mineral scent of quartz, each breath slowing to match the desert's serene rhythm, a tender pulse of acceptance in the twilight's embrace. A desert lizard rests on the rock, its scales mirroring the quartz's glow, drawing you deeper into this moment's gentle wholeness. Your body rests heavily, as if the desert's ancient sand cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met at the cloud bridge, walks through this rocky desert beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the mist thread from their last meeting still in her satchel, its cool shimmer a reminder of the freedom she's beginning to embrace in letting go. The butterfly's fearless flight has released her fear of leaving her flock, but a quiet self-judgment lingers, a criticism of her past as a shepherd, her unfulfilled dreams as flaws, keeping her from seeing her journey as whole. They reach the fractured rock, its glowing quartz, a silent lesson in the twilight's light. Kira traces the rock's cracks with her fingers, its inner light shining through, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found freedom to pursue my dreams," she says, "but I judge my past as a failure. How can I see it as whole?" Tenzin sits on the sand beside the rock, his crimson robes catching the quartz's glow, his eyes tracing the lizard's calm presence, his face serene as the desert's crimson expanse. "See its light," he says, his voice soft as the lizard's stillness. Kira looks at the fractured rock, its cracks revealing a glowing core, each break a story of endurance, wind, heat, and time, making it whole despite its imperfections. Tenzin shares a story of a sculptor named Soma, who once wandered a desert like this, her heart heavy with self-judgment for her past. She carved stone, but discarded pieces with flaws, fearing they diminished her worth. Her wholeness dimmed. By rejection, Soma worked with criticism, until one dusk, she found a fractured rock like this, its quartz glowing through the cracks. The rock's beauty taught her to see her flawed carvings as whole, their imperfections a story of resilience. Her heart accepting her journey's scars for the first time, her art radiant with newfound peace. Tenzin breaks off a small quartz fragment, its glow warm in his hand, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the rock's wholeness to hold as they sit. "Your scars are your light," he says. Kira holds the fragment, its warmth grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the rock's acceptance, her self-judgment fading like shadows in the twilight. Tenzin sits beside her, the lizard's glow a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart open, her journey now a path of wholeness. That night, she dreams of a desert where every crack shines with beauty, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with self-acceptance. The Buddha taught, imperfection is the nature of all things. In accepting it, you find completeness. This Zen principle of wabi-sabi celebrates the beauty of flaws, urging you to embrace your past as part of your wholeness, like a fractured rock glowing with inner light. Some traditions view imperfection as a reminder to transcend attachment to ideals, while others see it as a joyful acceptance of life's natural state. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The fractured rock's glow, like your journey's scars, is not a failure, but a unique beauty. Its wholeness, a guide to radiant balance, like a lizard basking in the light, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a loving spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's self-judgment mirrors your own when you criticize your past. Perhaps unfulfilled dreams, perceived failures, or flaws you see in your journey. Like a sculptor rejecting her broken stones, the fractured rock, its quartz glowing through the cracks, is like wabi-sabi. It invites you to see beauty in your imperfections, finding peace in their unique story, like a glow illuminating the desert, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with self-love. Zen teaches that judging your flaws creates inner conflict, but embracing them brings wholeness, like a lizard thriving in the rock's warmth, allowing you to sleep with a loving heart and rise with an accepting spirit, as if your scars have always been whole. Tenzin's quartz fragment, warm with inner light, shows that wholeness begins with acceptance, breathing, seeing your flaws as beauty, its glow a spark of peace, like a single crack in the rock's surface. His twilight presence, one with the desert's calm, embodies a life that cherishes the imperfect, each moment a radiant flaw like sand shifting in the breeze. The desert's warm air, scented with minerals, mirrors your capacity to embrace your journey, each breath a chance to rest in your own wholeness. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative detachment from perfection, others, the spontaneous joy of life's imperfections. Both paths lead to the same desert. Wholeness whispers balance, like a fractured rock glowing with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the rock's glow, soft and accepting, shining through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a self-judgment, perhaps a past failure, a flaw you criticize? Notice it gently, like a crack in the stone. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a harsh thought? Let them settle, like a lizard on the rock. You might reflect on a moment you judged yourself, as Kira did. What would it feel like to see your scars as whole, to embrace your past, like the rock's glowing fractures? No need to answer. Let the question drift like sand in the air. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the quartz fragment in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The desert whispers, wholeness lights, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to accept your imperfections, to rest in life's tender beauty. As you exhale, feel your heart open, ready to carry this acceptance into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The fractured rock's glowing wholeness fades, and now you walk through a starlit pass at twilight, where a narrow trail cuts between steep, shadowy cliffs, their surfaces studded with glowing lichen that reflects the myriad stars overhead, casting a soft silver light across the rocky path. The pass winds upward, its edges softened by the night's gentle glow, while a cool breeze carries the faint rustle of leaves from a distant valley, a quiet bridge of connection in the twilights. stillness. The air is crisp, scented with the mineral tang of stone and the subtle freshness of alpine herbs, each breath slowing to match the pass's tranquil rhythm, a tender pulse of empathy in the dusk's embrace. A deer pauses on the trail ahead, its eyes reflecting the starlight with a gentle gaze, drawing you deeper into this moment's warm understanding. Your body rests heavily as if the pass's ancient stone cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the rocky desert, walks this starlit pass beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the quartz fragment from their last meeting still in her satchel, its warm glow a reminder of the wholeness she's beginning to embrace in her imperfections. The fractured rock's beauty has opened her heart to self-acceptance, but a quiet resentment lingers, a hurt toward her family for their disapproval of her starry dreams, a wound that keeps her from fully connecting with them, dimming her inner harmony. They ascend the pass, the deer's gentle presence and the starlit lichen, a silent lesson in the twilight's calm. Kira watches the deer stand with quiet grace, its gaze a symbol of understanding across the rugged terrain, and turns to Tenzin. I've seen wholeness in my flaws, she says, but I resent my family for rejecting my dreams. How do I understand them? Tenzin pauses by the lichen-covered wall, his crimson robes catching the starlight, his eyes tracing the deer's tender look, his face serene as the pass's luminous expanse. Feel its gaze, he says, his voice soft as the breezes rustle. Kira meets the deer's eyes, feeling a shared stillness, its presence a quiet bridge between her and the world, a call to see beyond her hurt. Tenzin shares a story of a lost traveler named Soma, who once wandered a pass like this, her heart heavy with resentment toward her siblings for dismissing her wanderlust, her connection strained by anger, her peace dimmed by bitterness. Soma traveled with a closed heart until one twilight she saw a deer like this, its gaze teaching her to see her siblings' fears, loss, tradition, love, and understand their rejection. The deer's empathy softened Soma's resentment, her heart mended with compassion for the first time, her journey a path of understanding through the stars. Tenzin plucks a small lichen patch, its green glow warm in his hand, and hands it to Kira, a piece of the pass's empathy to hold as they walk. See their heart, he says. Kira holds the lichen, its softness grounding her, her breath softening as she mirrors the deer's gentle understanding, her resentment fading like shadows in the starlight. Tenzin walks beside her, the deer's gaze a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart heal, her journey now a path of empathy. That night, she dreams of a pass where every star connects her to others, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with compassion. The Buddha taught, understanding dissolves resentment. In empathy, you find your own peace. This Zen principle of empathy urges you to look beyond hurt, seeing the intentions behind others' actions, like a deer gazing with quiet care across a starlit pass. Some traditions believe empathy requires meditative insight to cultivate compassion, while others see it as a natural softening through connection. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The deer's gaze, like an empathetic heart, heals when you understand others. Its connection, a guide to radiant balance, like a star lighting the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a kind spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's resentment mirrors your own when you hold onto hurts from others, perhaps a family disapproval, a misunderstanding, or a wound that lingers. Like a traveler resenting her sibling's rejection, the starlit pass, its deer offering as a gentle gaze, is like empathy. It invites you to look beyond resentment, seeing the intentions behind others' actions, like a lichen glowing with shared light, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with a healed heart. Zen teaches that resentment creates separation, but empathy brings connection, like a deer's eyes, linking the past's silence, allowing you to sleep with a compassionate heart and rise with a mended spirit, as if the wound has always been a bridge. Tenzin's glowing lichen, soft and warm, shows that empathy begins with seeing, breathing, feeling another's heart. Its light a spark of understanding, like a single star in the pass's glow. His twilight presence, one with the pass's rhythm, embodies a life of compassionate insight, each moment a bridge of care, like a breeze rustling through the valley. The pass's crisp air, scented with herbs, mirrors your capacity to empathize, each breath a chance to rest in shared humanity. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative empathy to heal resentment, others the spontaneous warmth of a seeing heart. Both paths lead to the same pass. Empathy whispers balance, like a star connecting with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the deer's gaze, soft and connecting, flowing through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a resentment you hold, perhaps a hurt from others, a lingering grudge? Notice it gently, like a shadow on the pass. What sensations stir? A heavy heart, a tight chest? Let them soften like lichen on the stone. You might reflect on someone who caused you pain, as Kira did. What would it feel like to see their intentions? To understand like the deer's gentle look. No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a breeze in the air. Imagine walking with Tenzin, the lichen in your hand, its softness grounding you. The past whispers, empathy heals, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to see their heart, to rest in life's gentle connection. As you exhale, feel your heart mend, ready to carry this compassion into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The starlit passes, empathetic glow fades, and now you climb a windswept peak at dawn, where a jagged summit pierces the sky, its rocky surface battered by relentless gusts that sweep across a landscape of rugged stone and sparse, hardy grasses clinging to the slopes. The peak stands alone against a horizon of soft gold and pale rose, the first light illuminating its weathered face, a quiet testament to endurance in the morning stillness. The air is crisp, scented with the sharp tang of wind-blown stone and the faint earthiness of resilient moss, each breath slowing to match the peak's unyielding rhythm. A powerful pulse of resilience in the dawn's embrace. An eagle soars above, its wings cutting through the wind with steady grace, drawing you deeper into this moment's steadfast strength. Your body rests heavily, as if the peak's ancient rock cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the starlit pass, climbs this wind-swept peak beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the glowing lichen from their last meeting still in her satchel, its warm light a reminder of the empathy she's beginning to embrace toward her family. The deer's gentle gaze has mended her resentment, fostering a compassionate connection, but a quiet vulnerability lingers, a fear that the challenges of pursuing her starry dreams, the winds of opposition and uncertainty, will shatter her newfound peace. They ascend the peak, the wind whipping around them, the eagle's steady flight, a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Kira watches the eagle soar against the gusts, its wings unwavering despite the force, and turns to Tenzin. "I've understood my family's heart," she says, "but I fear the challenges ahead will break me. How do I find resilience to continue?" Tenzin braces against the wind, his crimson robes billowing with the gusts, his eyes tracing the eagle's resilient arc, his face serene as the peak's golden expanse. "Feel its wings," he says, his voice steady as the eagle's cry. Kira observes the eagle, its flight a balance of strength and poise, enduring the wind without faltering, a symbol of resilience carved by the sky's trials. Tenzin shares a story of a climber named Soma who once scaled a peak like this, her heart trembling with fear of the wind, storms, heights, and isolation threatening her ascent, her resolve dimmed by doubt. Soma climbed with hesitation until one dawn she saw an eagle like this, its wings steady through the gusts, teaching her to endure with quiet strength. The eagle's resilience gave Soma the fortitude to reach the summit, her heart unshaken. For the first time, her spirit a beacon of perseverance in the wind's embrace. Tenzin touches a weathered rock, its surface warm from the rising sun, and hands Kira a small, wind-smoothed pebble, its edges shaped by the peak's gusts, a piece of its resilience to hold as they climb. "Stand like the eagle," he says. Kira holds the pebble, its warmth grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the eagle's steady flight, her fear of challenges fading like shadows in the dawn. Tenzin climbs beside her, the eagle's cry a fierce companion, and Kira feels her heart strengthen, her journey now a path of resilience. That night, she dreams of a peak where every wind fuels her strength, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with unwavering resolve. The Buddha taught, resilience is the strength of the steadfast. Through it, one overcomes all storms. This Zen principle of resilience, virya, urges you to cultivate inner strength, enduring life's challenges with a steady heart, like an eagle soaring through the wind. Some traditions believe resilience requires meditative resolve to build fortitude, while others see it as a natural response to life's adversities. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The eagle's flight, like a resilient heart, stands firm when you face the storm. Its endurance, a guide to radiant balance, like a peak standing against the sky, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with an unshaken spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's vulnerability mirrors your own when life's challenges threaten your peace. Perhaps a fear of setbacks, opposition, or uncertainty shaking your resolve. Like a climber dreading the wind's force, the wind-swept peak, its eagle soaring with grace, is like virya. It invites you to cultivate resilience within, enduring trials with steady strength, like a wing cutting through the gusts, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with fortitude. Zen teaches that fear weakens your spirit, but resilience brings harmony, like a rock enduring the wind, allowing you to sleep with a steadfast heart and rise with an unshaken spirit, as if you've always been strong enough. Tenzin's wind-smoothed pebble, warm with the sun's touch, shows that resilience begins with standing firm, breathing, enduring, its smoothness a spark of strength, like a single cry above the peak. His dawn-lit presence, one with the peak's rhythm, embodies a life of steadfast endurance, each moment a stand against the storm, like grass clinging to the slope. The peak's crisp air, scented with moss, mirrors your capacity to be resilient, each breath a chance to rest in life's steady power. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative resolve to face challenges, others the spontaneous strength of a persistent heart. Both paths lead to the same peak. Resilience whispers balance, like an eagle soaring with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the eagle's wings, steady and strong, soaring through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of challenges? Perhaps a doubt about your strength, a worry about setbacks? Notice it gently, like a gust on the peak. What sensations stir? A racing heart? A tense breath? Let them steady, like a rock in the wind. You might reflect on a moment you felt shaken, as Kira did. What would it feel like to endure, to stand firm, like the eagle's flight through the gusts? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like dust in the air. Imagine climbing with Tenzin, the pebble in your hand, its warmth grounding you. The peak whispers, resilience holds, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to stand firm, to rest in life's steady strength. As you exhale, feel your heart strengthen, ready to carry this resolve into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The wind-swept peak's resilient strength fades, and now you walk through a lunar valley at night where a vast expanse of smooth, silvery sand stretches beneath a sky dominated by a full moon, its pale light casting long shadows from scattered lunar rocks that glow faintly with a mystical sheen. The valley is silent, save for the occasional rustle of a gentle breeze stirring the sand, creating delicate ripples that mirror the moon's tranquil glow, a quiet sanctuary of calm in the night's embrace. The air is cool, scented with the clean tang of lunar dust and the subtle freshness of the open night, each breath slowing to match the valley's serene rhythm, a tender lullaby of tranquility in the moonlit stillness. A small owl perches on a lunar rock, its soft hoot a gentle echo, drawing you deeper into this moment's peaceful serenity. Your body rests heavily, as if the valley's lunar earth cradles you, each exhale a softening into the radiant peace of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met on the wind-swept peak, walks through this lunar valley beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the wind-smoothed pebble from their last meeting still in her satchel, its warm touch a reminder of the resilience she's beginning to embrace. The eagle's steady flight has fortified her heart against life's challenges, but a quiet restlessness lingers, a worry that daily frustrations, the small storms of life, will disrupt her newfound strength and inner calm. They approach a lunar rock, the owl's presence, and the moon's glow, a silent lesson in the night's light. Kira watches the owl perch with unperturbed grace, its stillness a symbol of serenity amidst the valley's quiet, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found resilience to face challenges," she says, "but I worry life's daily struggles will unsettle me. How do I find lasting tranquility?" Tenzin sits on a lunar rock, his crimson robes shimmering in the moonlight, his eyes tracing the owl's calm gaze, his face serene as the valley's silvery expanse. "Feel its stillness," he says, his voice soft as the owl's hoot. Kira closes her eyes, feeling the moon's light on her face, the valley's silence wrapping around her like a gentle embrace. The owl's presence, a beacon of inner peace. Tenzin shares a story of a sage named Soma, who once meditated in a valley like this, her heart often troubled by life's small irritations, wandering thoughts, a leaky tent, the weight of solitude, fearing they'd dim her calm, her tranquility. Soma meditated with unrest until one night she watched an owl like this, its stillness teaching her to rest within, to let daily struggles pass like shadows under the moon. In the lunar glow, Soma found lasting serenity, her heart light with inner peace for the first time, her spirit a reflection of the night's calm. Tenzin lights a small candle from his robes, its flame flickering briefly before settling into a steady glow, and hands Kira a lunar pebble, its surface cool and smooth, a piece of the valley's tranquility to hold as they sit. "Rest in the silence," he says. Kira holds the pebble, its coolness grounding her, her breath slowing as she mirrors the owl's serene stillness, her restlessness fading like ripples in the sand. Tenzin sits beside her, the owl's hoot a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart settle, her journey now a path of tranquility. That night, she dreams of a valley where every moon brings peace, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with lasting calm. The Buddha taught, "Peace comes from within. Seek it not in the world's noise." This Zen principle of inner tranquility urges you to find calm within your heart, undisturbed by life's daily ripples, like an owl perched under a moonlit sky. Some traditions believe tranquility requires meditative practice to still the mind, while others see it as a natural state when you release outer distractions. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The owl's stillness, like inner tranquility, brings peace when you rest within. Its calm, a guide to radiant balance, like a lunar rock glowing in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a serene spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's restlessness mirrors your own when life's small frustrations unsettle your peace. Perhaps daily irritations, pressures, or the weight of routine dimming your calm. Like a sage troubled by wandering thoughts, the lunar valley, its owl perched with graceful stillness, is like inner tranquility. It invites you to rest within, letting outer struggles pass without clinging, like sand settling under the moon, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with serenity. Zen teaches that outer noise stirs unrest, but tranquility brings harmony, like an owl's hoot in the silence, allowing you to sleep with a peaceful heart and rise with a tranquil spirit, as if calm has always been your refuge. Tenzin's lunar pebble, cool and smooth, shows that tranquility begins with a single choice: to pause, to breathe, its coolness a spark of peace, like a single ray of moonlight in the valley. His moonlit presence, one with the valley's rhythm, embodies a life of inner calm, each moment a glow of serenity, like a rock standing in the night. The valley's cool air, scented with dust, mirrors your capacity to find tranquility within, each breath a chance to rest in inner silence. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to cultivate tranquility, others, the spontaneous return to your calm center. Both paths lead to the same valley. Tranquility whispers, balance, like a moon illuminating with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the owl's stillness, soft and serene, settling through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a restlessness, perhaps an irritation, a worry about daily struggles? Notice it gently, like a shadow in the valley. What sensations stir? A tense breath? A heavy heart? Let them pass, like sand in the breeze. You might reflect on a moment you felt unsettled, as Kira did. What would it feel like to rest within, to find tranquility like the owl's calm under the moon? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like dust in the air. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the lunar pebble in your hand, its coolness grounding you. The valley whispers, tranquility rests, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to find inner calm, to rest in life's serene glow. As you exhale, feel your heart settle, ready to carry this peace into your dreams, awakening with serenity. Tomorrow, the lunar valley's serene stillness fades, and now you climb a thunder ridge at dusk, where a jagged crest rises against a sky heavy with storm clouds, their edges lit by flashes of lightning that illuminate the rocky slopes in brief, dramatic bursts of silver. The ridge trembles with the low rumble of thunder, its wind carrying the sharp scent of rain, while hardy shrubs cling to the stone, their roots defying the storm's fury with quiet strength. The air is charged, scented with the electric tang of ozone and the faint dampness of the approaching rain, each breath slowing to match the ridge's intense rhythm, a powerful pulse of courage in the twilight's embrace. A storm petrel soars through the tempest, its wings cutting through the wind with fearless grace, drawing you deeper into this moment's bold resolve. Your body rests heavily, as if the ridge's rugged stone steadies you. Each exhale, a release into the radiant strength of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met in the lunar valley, climbs this thunder ridge beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the lunar pebble from their last meeting, still in her satchel, its cool smoothness a reminder of the tranquility she's beginning to embrace within. The owl's graceful stillness has settled her heart against daily frustrations, but a quiet fear lingers, a dread of the larger storms ahead, the uncertainties of fully pursuing her starry dreams. threatening to shake her inner peace. They ascend the ridge, the thunder rumbling around them, the petrel's flight a silent lesson in the twilight's stormy light. Kira grips her staff tightly, its wood a symbol of her hesitation, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found tranquility within," she says, "but I fear the storms of my path. How do I find courage to face them?" Tenzin braces against the wind, his crimson robes billowing with the storm, his eyes tracing the petrel's bold flight, his face serene as the ridge's tempestuous expanse. "Follow its wings," he says, his voice steady as the thunders roll. Kira watches the petrel, its wing slicing through the storm with fearless precision, unafraid of the lightning's flash or the wind's force, a symbol of courage amidst the ridge's chaos. Tenzin shares a story of a storm chaser named Soma, who once crossed a ridge like this, her heart heavy with fear of the tempest. She sought the stars, but dreaded the storms that blocked her view. Her bravery dimmed by the unknown, Soma hesitated with each step, until one dusk she saw a petrel like this, its flight teaching her to face the storm with courage, to trust her path through the chaos. The petrel's boldness gave Soma the resolve to chase the storm, her heart fearless for the first time, her journey a dance of bravery under the thunder. Tenzin catches a raindrop on his palm, its coolness a spark of strength, and hands Kira a small, storm-worn twig, its bark weathered yet resilient, a piece of the ridge's courage to hold as they climb. "Step through the storm," he says. Kira holds the twig, its roughness grounding her breath steadying as she mirrors the petrel's fearless flight, her fear of uncertainties fading like lightning in the distance. Tenzin climbs beside her, the petrel's cry a fierce companion, and Kira feels her heart rise, her journey now a path of courage. That night, she dreams of a ridge where every thunder fuels her bravery, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey with fearless resolve. The Buddha taught, courage conquers fear. With a bold heart, you walk the path to liberation. This Zen principle of courage urges you to face life's storms with steadfast resolve, stepping through fear with trust, like a petrel soaring through the tempest. Some traditions believe courage requires meditative clarity to overcome doubt, while others see it as a natural response to life's challenges. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The petrel's flight, like a courageous heart, moves through uncertainty with fearless grace, its strength a guide to radiant balance, like thunder rumbling in the night, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a bold spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's fear mirrors your own when life's uncertainties intimidate you. Perhaps a dread of what lies ahead, a hesitation to face risks, or a fear of the unknown. Like a storm chaser, dreading the tempest's force, the thunder ridge, its petrel soaring with precision, is like courage. It invites you to face your fears head on, stepping through the storm with a bold heart, like a wing cutting through the wind, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with bravery. Zen teaches that fear shrinks your spirit, but courage expands it, like a shrub clinging to the ridge, allowing you to sleep with a fearless heart and rise with a strong spirit. as if the storm has always held a path. Tenzin's storm-worn twig, rough yet resilient, shows that courage begins with stepping forward, breathing, facing the unknown. Its strength, a spark of resolve, like a single flash of lightning. His storm-lit presence, one with the ridge's rhythm, embodies a life of fearless determination. Each moment stand against the tempest, like a rock enduring the rain. The ridge's charged air, scented with ozone, mirrors your capacity to face fear. Each breath a chance to rest in life's bold strength. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditative resolve to conquer fear. Others, the spontaneous bravery of a steadfast heart. Both paths lead to the same ridge. Courage whispers balance, like a petrel soaring with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the petrel's wings, bold and steady, cutting through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a fear of the unknown? Perhaps an uncertainty, a hesitation to face a storm? Notice it gently, like a rumble in the ridge. What sensations stir? A racing heart, a tense grip? Let them steady, like a rock in the wind. You might reflect on a moment you felt afraid, as Kira did. What would it feel like to face it with courage? To step through like the petrel's flight in the storm? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like rain in the air. Imagine climbing with Tenzin, the twig in your hand, its roughness grounding you. The ridge whispers, courage rises, you are balanced. Each breath is a chance to face fear, to rest in life's bold flow. As you exhale, feel your heart rise, ready to carry this resolve into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The thunder ridge's courageous storm fades, and now you walk toward a celestial arch at dawn, where a natural stone formation rises in a perfect arc against a sky of soft rose and golden hues, its surface etched with ancient carvings that glow faintly with the first light, bridging the earth and sky in a seamless union. Below the arch, a shallow stream reflects the dawn's colors, its gentle ripples connecting the arch's base to the surrounding wildflowers that bloom in vibrant purples and yellows. A quiet dance of unity in the morning stillness. The air is fresh, scented with the clean tang of stone and the subtle sweetness of the wildflowers, each breath slowing to match the arch's harmonious rhythm, a tender pulse of oneness in the dawn's embrace. A pair of doves flutters around the arch, their cooing a soft thread of connection, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant harmony. Your body rests heavily, as if the arch's sacred earth cradles you. Each exhale, a softening into the peaceful presence of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met on the Thunder Ridge, walks toward this celestial arch beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the storm-worn twig from their last meeting, still in her satchel, its rough resilience, a reminder of the courage she's beginning to embrace. In facing uncertainties, the petrel's bold flight has fortified her heart to step through life's storms, but a quiet wonder lingers, a longing to understand how her journey, her blend of shepherding and stargazing, connects her to the greater cosmos, to all that exists. They reach the arch, the dove's gentle flight, and the stream's reflection, a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Kira watches the doves circle the arch, their movements linking earth and sky, and turns to Tenzin. "I've found courage to face my path," she says. "But how does my journey connect me to everything? How am I part of the whole?" Tenzin stands beneath the arch, his crimson robes catching the sunrise's glow, his eyes tracing the dove's graceful dance, his face serene as the arch's luminous expanse. "See their flight," he says, his voice soft as the dove's coo. Kira gazes at the arch, its carvings glowing with ancient unity, the stream and flowers reflecting a web of life, earth, sky, water, creatures, all connected in a harmonious whole, a cosmic tapestry under the dawn. Tenzin shares a story of a seeker named Soma, who once stood beneath an arch like this, her heart heavy with a sense of separation. She explored the stars but felt her quest was hers alone, her connection to the universe dimmed by solitude. Soma sought in silence until one dawn she saw doves like these, their flight linking the arch to the sky, showing her that her stargazing guided the village's seasons, her journey woven into the cosmic whole. The dove's oneness taught Soma her place in the universe, her heart boundless with connection for the first time, her life a thread in the arch's song. Tenzin dips his hand into the stream, catching a few shimmering droplets, and hands Kira a small wildflower, its petals soft and radiant, a piece of the arch's oneness to hold as they sit. "You are part of the weave," he says. Kira holds the flower, its softness grounding her, her breath softening as she feels her journey reflected in the arch's unity, her sense of separation fading like mist in the sunrise. Tenzin sits beside her, the dove's coo a gentle companion, and Kira feels her heart expand, her journey now a path of oneness. That night, she dreams of an arch where every light connects her to all, waking with a heart ready to embrace the journey as part of the cosmos. The Buddha taught, all is interconnected in the fabric of existence. In this truth, you find peace. This Zen principle of interconnectedness, pratitya samutpada, reveals that your journey is woven into a vast cosmic whole, each moment a thread in the tapestry of life, like a celestial arch linking earth and sky. Some traditions believe oneness requires meditative insight to see this connection, while others see it as a lived truth in every encounter. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The arch's unity, like your life, weaves you into a greater whole. Its harmony, a guide to radiant balance, like a dove soaring in the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a connected spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's wonder mirrors your own when you feel separate from the greater whole. Perhaps a sense of isolation, a longing to belong, or a question about your place in the universe. Like a seeker exploring alone under the stars, the celestial arch, its carvings glowing with unity, is like interconnectedness. It invites you to see your journey as part of a cosmic tapestry, each step a thread in life's weave, like a stream reflecting the sky, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken. With oneness, Zen teaches that separation creates loneliness, but interconnection brings harmony, like a wildflower blooming with the dawn, allowing you to sleep with a connected heart and rise with a unified spirit, as if you've always been part of the cosmos, Tenzin's wildflower, soft and radiant, shows that oneness begins with seeing, breathing, feeling your place in the whole. Its petals, a spark of unity, like a single coo in the arch's song. His dawn-lit presence, one with the arch's rhythm, embodies a life of interconnected awareness, each moment a reflection in the whole. Like a droplet in the stream, the arch's fresh air, scented with flowers, mirrors your capacity to feel oneness, each breath a chance to rest in life's harmonious flow. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to see interdependence, others, the spontaneous joy of a connected heart. Both paths lead to the same arch. Oneness whispers balance like a dawn lighting with timeless harmony. As you rest here, let your breath be the dove's flight, soft and linked, soaring through this moment's quiet. Can you sense a feeling of separation? Perhaps a longing to belong, a sense of being apart. Notice it gently, like a shadow under the arch. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a distant heart? Let them blend like ripples in the stream. You might reflect on a moment you felt alone, as Kira did. What would it feel like to see yourself as part of the whole, like a thread in the arch's cosmic weave? No need to answer. Let the question drift, like a breeze in the air. Imagine sitting with Tenzin, the wildflower in your hand, its softness grounding you. The arch whispers, "You are one, you are balanced." Each breath is a chance to feel connected, to rest in life's radiant unity. As you exhale, feel your heart expand, ready to carry this oneness into your dreams, awakening with peace tomorrow. The celestial arch's unifying light fades, and now you walk into a dawn nebula, where a vast expanse of ethereal clouds glows with hues of coral, lavender, and gold, their soft edges blending into a sky awakening with the first light, casting a gentle radiance across a rolling plain below. The nebula seems to pulse with life, its colors shifting like a living tapestry, while the plain is dotted with wild sage and scattered stones that reflect the dawn's warmth, a quiet dance of equilibrium in the morning's stillness. The air is fresh, scented with the earthy tang of sage and the subtle sweetness of the dawn breeze, each breath slowing to match the nebula's harmonious rhythm, a tender lullaby of balance in the light's embrace. A lark rises from the plain, its song a joyful thread weaving through the dawn, drawing you deeper into this moment's radiant peace. Your body rests heavily, as if the plain's nurturing earth cradles you, each exhale adrift into the serene calm of now. Kira, the young shepherd you met beneath the celestial arch, walks into this dawn nebula beside the Zen monk Tenzin, the wildflower from their last meeting, still in her satchel, its soft petals a reminder of the oneness she's beginning to feel with the cosmos. The dove's gentle flight has woven her journey into a greater whole, leaving her with a quiet wonder about how to carry this balance, this unity, into her daily life beyond her pursuit of dreams. They enter the plain, the nebula's glowing hues, and the lark's song, a silent lesson in the dawn's light. Kira watches the lark soar with effortless joy, its flight a symbol of harmony between earth and sky, and turns to Tenzin. "I feel one with the cosmos," she says, "but how do I live this balance each day?" in every moment. Tenzin sits on a stone beneath the nebula, his crimson robes catching the dawn's glow, his eyes tracing the lark's graceful ascent, his face serene as the plain's luminous expanse. "Be as the light," he says, his voice soft as the lark's song. Kira gazes at the nebula, its colors blending with the plain, each hue touching the sage, the stones, the air with equal warmth, a promise of radiant balance in every new day. Tenzin shares a story of a seeker named Soma, who once stood in a plain like this, her heart seeking a lasting equilibrium that would endure beyond her journey, her search for harmony. Soma found this dawn nebula, the light whispering to her heart, showing her that each day was a renewal, a chance to live with the balance she'd found. Through acceptance of unease, stillness, acceptance of dualities, trust, clarity, compassion, insight, patience, hope, unity, intention, harmony, freedom, wholeness, empathy, resilience, tranquility, and courage, all woven into oneness. Soma carried this balance into each moment, her spirit renewed with every dawn, her life a dance of radiant peace. Tenzin picks a sprig of sage, its leaves soft and aromatic, a piece of the nebulous balance to hold as they rest. "Balance blooms each dawn," he says. Kira holds the sage, its freshness grounding her, her breath slowing as she feels her journey's lessons weave into her daily life, her heart awakening to balance with the nebula's light. Tenzin rests beside her, the lark's song a gentle lullaby, and Kira feels her heart rise, her journey now a path of radiant balance. That night, she dreams of a plain where every dawn brings equilibrium, waking with a heart ready to live each day with serene calm. The Buddha taught, "Live with mindfulness in every breath, and you will find harmony in all you do." This Zen principle of radiant balance invites you to live each day with the equilibrium you've found, renewing your heart with each dawn like a nebula blending with the earth. Some traditions believe balance requires meditative presence to anchor peace, while others see it as a natural state when you embrace life's flow. Tenzin's lesson to Kira reflects this. The nebulous light, like a balanced heart, brings harmony when you live it fully. Its glow a guide to radiant balance, like a lark singing in the dawn, helping you sleep deeply and awaken with a joyful spirit. What does this mean for you? Kira's wonder mirrors your own when you seek to sustain balance in daily life, perhaps wondering how to hold on to peace amidst routine, how to live the lessons you've learned. Like a seeker longing for lasting harmony, the dawn nebula, its light touching the plain with warmth, is like radiant balance. It invites you to awaken each day with the equilibrium you've found, letting each dawn renew your heart, like sage blooming under the glow, guiding you to rest deeply and awaken with joy. Zen teaches that balance isn't a distant goal, but a daily practice, like a lark rising with the light, allowing you to sleep with a radiant heart and rise with a balanced spirit, as if each day is a fresh harmony. Tenzin's sage sprig, soft with dawn's aroma, shows that balance begins with being, breathing, feeling the unity within, its freshness a spark of peace, like a single note in the morning song. His dawn-lit presence, one with the nebula's rhythm, embodies a life of daily equilibrium, each sunrise a new balance, like a stone reflecting the light. The plain's fresh air, scented with sage, mirrors your capacity to live with balance each day, each breath a chance to rest in harmony. Zen masters might interpret this differently. Some emphasize meditation to cultivate balance, others, the spontaneous joy of each new dawn. Both paths lead to the same plane. Balance whispers peace, like a nebula lighting your heart. As you rest here, let your breath be the nebula's glow, soft and warm, rising in this moment's quiet. Can you sense a longing to sustain balance? Perhaps a worry about daily life, a desire to hold this peace. Notice it gently, like a dewdrop on a flower. What sensations stir? A quiet ache, a warm hope? Let them drift like petals in the breeze. You might reflect on how to carry this balance forward, as Kira did. What would it feel like to live each day with harmony, to find peace in this breath, like a lark's song at dawn? No need to answer. Let the question dissolve, like dew in the light. As sleep wraps you closer, your breath grows softer, each inhale a dawn, each exhale a release. Thoughts float by, clouds passing without weight. Let them go. The plain holds you, its silence a lullaby. Carry this balance into your dreams, where light shines within and without. End of script. May you find peace and rest